Your dog is not barking at thin air, they're trying to tell you something. Dogs live in a world that is way more magical, mysterious, and sensitive than ours. They see things, hear things, and sense things that we simply can't. And sometimes what they're sensing could be a warning you shouldn't ignore. Today on Loyal Dog Lover, we're decoding your dog's secret superpowers. 11 strange things they can see, hear, and feel that you can't. And trust me, number 1 might give you goosebumps. Let's jump in. Number 11. Dogs can feel the Earth's invisible compass. Have you ever noticed your dog spinning in a circle before they go potty? Well, they aren't just being picky. Science says they might actually be aligning themselves with the Earth's magnetic field. This is called magnetoreception, and researchers believe dogs can literally feel the planet's invisible compass lines. Think about that for a second. Your dog might have a built-in GPS. That could explain why some lost dogs manage to travel hundreds of miles back home. Next time your dog spins in circles, they might not be confused. They're just syncing with nature, staying connected to Earth's invisible guidance system. Try this experiment. Quietly observe your dog's potty routine for a few days and note if they face north or south most of the time. You might just discover that they're natural navigators. Number 10. Night vision that beats yours. When you take your dog out for a late-night walk and wonder how they're trotting along so confidently, it's not just luck. Dogs have a shiny layer behind their retina called the tapetum lucidum. This special mirror-like layer reflects light back through their eyes, essentially giving them a second chance to capture light. Add to that the fact that dogs have way more light-sensitive rods in their eyes than humans do, and you've got a recipe for near supernatural night vision. They can spot movement in the dark that we'd never notice, whether that's a sneaky raccoon or just a falling leaf. So the next time your dog stops and stares into the darkness, take it seriously. They might be seeing something you can't. Number 9. Dogs can see UV light and hidden patterns. Here's where things get really wild. Your dog's world might actually glow. Most people think dogs see only in boring shades of gray, but that's just a myth. While they don't see the full rainbow like we do, they can actually detect ultraviolet UV light. This means they see patterns we can't, like glowing trails of urine left behind by other animals or unique markings on fur that look invisible to us. To them, the park is full of glowing secret messages left by every animal that passed through. So if your dog suddenly stops to sniff the grass in a very specific spot, they're not being random. They're reading messages in a secret language of light and smell. Number 8. Super sensitive hearing beyond our range. You know that moment when your dog's ears shoot up, their head tilts, and you hear nothing? That's because their hearing range is almost double ours. Dogs can hear frequencies up to 65,000 hertz. That's why a dog whistle works even though it sounds silent to you. This also explains why thunderstorms, fireworks, and even buzzing electronics can stress them out. To them, these noises are painfully sharp. Even the faint sound of a mouse crawling behind the wall is crystal clear to your pup. If your dog seems anxious for no reason, try playing calm, low-frequency music, something like soft piano or white noise. It can help mask those overwhelming sounds and give them some peace. Before we move on, I want to know, what's the weirdest thing your dog has ever reacted to? Have they ever stared into an empty corner or barked at something invisible? Drop your story in the comments. I love reading your experiences, and you might even help another dog parent figure out what's going on. Number 7. Your dog's movement radar is always on. Dogs don't just see you, they read you. Their brains are wired to notice even the tiniest movements. That's why they seem to know when you're about to grab the leash, even before you say walk. This ability comes from their hunting ancestry. Detecting the smallest twitch in the grass could mean the difference between catching prey and going hungry. For you, this means your dog picks up on your body language way more than you realize. So if you're training your pup, be mindful of your posture and gestures. Even a subtle shoulder turn can be a signal for them. Number 6. Emotional superheroes. If you've ever cried around your dog and noticed them suddenly licking your face or curling up next to you, that's no coincidence. Dogs can literally smell changes in your hormones when you're stressed, anxious, or sad. They can detect cortisol, the stress hormone, in your sweat or breath. This is why many dogs will try to comfort you when you're upset, or become more playful when you're happy. Think of your dog as your personal emotional therapist, one that doesn't judge and always knows how to make you smile. If you ever feel down, just sit quietly with them. You'll feel their presence calming you almost instantly. Number 5. Dogs can sense heat like superheroes. Your dog doesn't just see you, they feel you, and not just emotionally. Dogs have special heat-sensing abilities, very similar to snakes. Tiny nerve endings in their nose can detect even the smallest changes in temperature. That means they can sense the warmth of a person, an animal, or even an object, without touching it. This is an incredible survival tool that comes from their wolf ancestors, who used this sense to locate prey in total darkness. Ever notice how your dog always finds the coziest spot in the house? Or how they snuggle right next to you when you're sick? They might be picking up on your body's warmth, or even detecting a slight fever. It's almost like having a living, breathing thermometer curled up by your side. Number 4. Dogs smell secrets you can't hide. Here's where dogs truly shine. Their sense of smell is insanely powerful. Scientists estimate that dogs' noses are anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. They can detect emotions through pheromones, smelling fear, anxiety, happiness, and even love. They can sniff out illnesses like diabetes, seizures, and some cancers long before medical tests detect them. So, when your dog gives a stranger an unusually long sniff before deciding if they like them or not, trust their judgment. Their nose is picking up data about that person that you could never dream of detecting. Want to make your dog happy? Give them a sniff walk. Let them lead the way and explore every scent they want. To them, that's like reading an entire novel of the world around them. Number 3. Dogs see the world in blues and yellows. A lot of people still believe dogs see only in black and white, but that's an old myth. Dogs are not colorblind, they're just color-limited. They see the world in shades of blue, yellow, and gray. This is actually a huge advantage for them in nature. They can easily spot movement against green grass or dark terrain. Want to get your dog more excited about toys or training? Pick blue or yellow toys. Those are the colors that stand out most to them. Next time you buy a ball, skip the red one and grab a bright blue one instead. It'll be like turning on a neon sign for your dog. Number 2. Dogs hear the Earth's secrets with infrasound. This is where things get almost spooky. Dogs can hear infrasound, very low-frequency sounds we can't detect. That's why so many dogs seem to sense earthquakes, storms, and even volcanic eruptions hours before they happen. They can feel the rumble of the earth long before we notice anything. If your dog suddenly becomes restless, hides under furniture, or refuses to settle down for no obvious reason, they may be reacting to these invisible signals. Pay attention. Their anxiety might be an early warning system you don't want to ignore. Number 1. Dogs and the paranormal. Are they seeing ghosts? Okay, here's the one that gives most dog owners chills. Many pet parents report their dogs staring into empty corners, growling at nothing, or suddenly acting afraid in a room for no reason. Science can't confirm if dogs see ghosts, but what we do know is that dogs sense things we miss. Their hearing, smell, and energy detection might pick up on things like faint electrical changes, drafts, or distant sounds that feel supernatural to us. But who knows? Maybe they really are seeing something beyond our world. Whether it's paranormal or just an overactive imagination, one thing is clear. When your dog reacts to something invisible, they aren't imagining it. Our dogs are living, breathing little superheroes. They have senses that make them seem almost magical. The next time your pup barks at nothing, stares at the wall, or seems to know what's about to happen before you do, trust them. They're picking up clues about the world that you can't. But understanding what they can sense is just one side of the story. If you really want to build the strongest bond possible, you also need to know what your dog will never forgive. That's right. There are certain things we humans do that can secretly break their trust forever.